Get ahead of the day. How to design your own morning routine. Freedom is not the absence of restrictions, but the presence of some beneficial ones. Individuals scorn the idea of an early morning routine because that signifies that you have a schedule, some discipline, and are more ambitious than you actually are. When you stop to think about it, your morning routine isn't so much different from that of someone who has a regular morning routine, though it's unlikely you realize that you have one. It's as if people try to make their morning routines more complicated than they need to be. Getting an ice cold shower at 5 a.m. won't turn you into a CEO. This video will teach you how to plan your own morning routine. Your morning routine plays an essential role in setting the tone of your day and allowing you to get everything done that you want to get done before your busy schedule takes over. It's easy to fall into a rut with your morning routine, but today, we're going to discuss how to set yourself up for success with an effective morning routine. Here are some tips on how to design your own morning routine in such a way that uniquely benefits you and who you are. Every day at 3:30 a.m., The Rock wakes up, spends some time in the privacy of his bedroom, then gets in some time with a workout before the day begins. He has been doing this for many years, and it seems to work out great for him. Even his workout area is mobile. It arrives, setups, and departs anywhere he does. He said that waking up at 3:30 a.m. and doing those two things anchor his day. So you need to wake up as early as him too? Not really. Nevertheless, I think it's worth noting that in this context, when The Rock is discussing his morning routine, it's not the wake up time that matters, it's how he mentions anchors. All of this hard work, but his sense of personal structure seems to be missing. He might be one of the hardest working individuals in the industry today. Everywhere you turn, you see Dwayne Johnson, who is on the go almost all the time and is always around other people. Dwayne Johnson actually likes spending time alone, and he is capable doing that even though he spends much of his day surrounded by other people. The short break in his routine that's granted by getting up at 3:30 a.m. leaves him alone long enough to get through the day with energy. He builds his day around this and never misses the routine. It's the foundation for the rest of the day. That is an extremely valuable trait. Here's the first step. Find your anchor. For The Rock, it's being alone and working out. Let's take a moment to consider what you need to do every day in order to be well balanced. What is the one task that will help you function in a way that will lead you to a good day? This should give you an idea of what's best for you, but it may be difficult to come up with a detailed plan. If that's the case, the following section will be of use. Tim Ferriss interviews individuals in different areas of expertise, each of whom were once classified as top performers, and asks the same set of questions. It's a creative way to input from different people. But what's even more noteworthy is how Tim Ferriss ordered the results. The book is divided into three sections: healthy, wealthy, and wise. Every question he asks falls into one of those categories. Therefore, back to The Rock. He gets to work out and spend time alone, which fulfills all of the requirements on this list. Exercise for a healthy living, and it is part of his image as an athlete and movie star. However, since he's The Rock, not a pebble, he only needs 3 minutes of solitude. And these 3 minutes provide him with the mental space he needs to handle all the things that come his way during the day. To find your anchors, consider the following three categories and select activities that satisfy at least two of them. For health, it's fairly easy. To get yourself out of the boring home exercise rut, do a workout at home, go for a run or walk, or do something else that keep your body moving and stimulated. If you want to make substantial improvements in your life, take it to the next level. Strengthening your mind power will undoubtedly give you everything you want. It will greatly affect your mood. As a result, you'll be able to make better decisions and enjoy your life more, depending on your financial goals. Building a business isn't for everyone, but it would be nice if everyone get a better life financially. For example, one small thing counts. Even if you don't know where to start, try to educate yourself. What some successful people in your field are doing. Watch TED Talks, read a financial book, listen to a podcast, and find a variety of outlets to acquire good knowledge from. When it comes to the wisest people, the answer varies by region. In other words, do you have anything you're struggling with? Would you like to clarify anything? Or is there something you'd like to know but are too afraid to ask? Right now would be a great time to deal with those tasks. Start finding some activities that suit these areas: work, stress relief, fun, and increasing productivity. Can at least one of them sound appealing to you? Well, that's because they can be bundled together really easily. With that in mind, you can go on a run and listen to a podcast simultaneously. These activities should take about 30 to 90 minutes, and from now on, your mornings will be based on them. They will also set the tone for the rest of the day. Select an hour. Lots of people mistakenly select hours earlier wake up time. One that may sound impressive but is usually impossible to stick for the long term. Yeah, I'll wake up at 5 a.m. in the morning, like those rich people do. In reality, it's not really the opposite way of figuring this out. There are not many lucky people who have a perfect understanding of their time. Having more time is indicative of acquiring new wealth, but for most people, the point of the day arrives when you need to go to work. When you need to take the kids to school, when you need to go to that class, you name it. Actually, the more time you have in life, the more time bound obligations you accumulate. There are people who have started to work from home and don't face the same schedule requirements. So if you have more flexible time, you may pick when you would like to start working. If it's at 8 to 9, then start working 2 hours before. If you get in at 9, you can get up at 7. If you get in at 7, you have to wake up at 3:30. There is no one standard wake up time. It all depends on what you have to do and what you're required to do for work. Sleep schedules that work out nicely on social media are the last thing you need to worry about if you're struggling with scheduling or changing hours. What's important is to establish a sustainable and consistent routine for sleep. The good news is, this wakes you up earlier than you'd expected. Generally speaking, your wake up hour might be at 2 p.m. All that to say, make sure you use those first 90 minutes wisely. The third step is, each day, eat a frog. There is an activity you do not want to partake in, but you have to. It's an email you keep delaying, a conversation you were supposed to have 3 weeks ago, a nagging task that weighs on your mind. Once you're done with the first 90 minutes, that's the first thing you do. It might take 10 minutes or it might take 3 hours, but this is the perfect time to make it happen. You're making progress at your most productive. Here are the 3 steps you need to follow to succeed. All that's left is to start taking action. Small actions can lead to bigger ones. To start with, just get up in the morning and don't turn on this video until tomorrow morning. Let us know in the comments, and you will receive a special bonus. Warren Buffett has been practicing his routine for 55 years. In the morning, he gets into his car and drives a 5-minute trip to work. Before going to work, he heads to McDonald's and has one of 3 breakfasts, depending on what his wallet left out for him this morning. Let's say he's been doing this every day since 1967. That doesn't mean he's made himself a better person. This ritual doesn't really have any positive effects, but it's what he likes to do every morning. He just can't let go of this. After all, you might love hearing the birds sing in the morning, playing fetch with your dog, or painting. These are some of the things that make you unique. Incorporate them into your morning routine along with your weekday anchors. It will be good for you and last the long run. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, and comment.